Facebook Live, coming to you from Yorktown, Virginia. If you guys don't know about Yorktown, a lot of history here, a lot of wars were fought here, a lot of civil liberties were won here. As you can see, those F-16 fighter jets were flying over today. Get that out of the camera there for you. Checking in, day 155 of 366. Value add. Are you lying to yourself? As it tells me my phone is getting warm. Let's put it against this air conditioner. Let's crank it up. As you saw, it was 95 degrees down here, so it's getting hot in here. What's up, Teresa? How you doing today, sweetheart? High-speed home improvement in the house. You can see I am soaking wet out here in the 95-degree heat, getting it done. And the best thing about what I'm doing here is it's a three-headed monster, a triple-edged sword. So I'm connecting with a lot of great people here. This guy worked for NASA that we worked for today. And then we have the body. The body's getting in shape. And then the third thing is we're making some coin, making some dinero, making some money, and that's always a good thing, Chuck. But for me, it's the connection. I love to connect Georgia, I love to create, and I love to contribute. So that was the 3 C's that I unlocked. If you haven't read my book yet, Rise as One, The Spiritual Awakening, you can pick that up on Amazon, 10 bucks. This book has the opportunity to change your life, and if you really want to go to the next level and rise above all the BS going on in the world today, join the Rise as One membership. $1 a day. It'll hold you accountable for 93 days. Chuck knows all about this, and as one person grows, we all grow. As iron sharpens iron, one man sharpens another, one girl sharpens another, and this is what's going to happen here with the Rise as One movement. They're doing construction on the road down here, so I got a nice chilly ride going on here. We are in 5-mile-an-hour crawl mode. And I said my phone was overheating, so I had to put you down here into this cooler area. I got my high-speed home improvement shirt and my hat on here. We did some landscaping today. Did some tree trimming today. I got my truck filled with stuff here. Steve Fleischer, good to see you. Good to see you, Chuck. Man, always good to see you guys. Continuing to show up every single day, absorbing this content, absorbing all these daily wisdom. And today's wisdom is, are you lying to yourself? There's Jennifer Spar. What's up, girlfriend? Are you lying to yourself? Be very, very honest. Are you lying to yourself? So I had a deep conversation this morning talking about how we lie to ourselves. It starts out as these little white lies as children. I know for me, growing up with 2 brothers and a sister, Dad would come home. He would say, "Who did this?" And right away, we would say, "Not me." So that's a little white lie, right? And I know a lot of people start. I remember when my dad starting out in the vending business, I would go downstairs, I would take a quarter. Then I would go down and take 2 quarters. Then I would take 4 quarters. I would go down to Bob and Jane's Terrace Fountain, if you guys remember that, on Lake Avenue in Denver. I know Barb Sprindus, when you watch this, that was her father's and mother's store. We used to go down there and play the video games in the back of the place, get a root beer float, cheeseburger and french fries, and we would hang out down there for hours with all the local kids. And what became a quarter became 50 cents, became $1. And before you know it, I had $20 in quarters in my drawer until one day Dad came home. He knew something was missing, and he went and searched the house and he found the coins. So that is definitely lying to yourself. It's definitely stealing. It's definitely cheating. And my phone has been blowing up today. We put one of the multifamilies on the market today, and this house is going to sell right away. The market is super hot up in Connecticut. If you guys want to escape Connecticut and have a multifamily, doesn't matter what condition you have, William, these properties are selling. They are hot. This is a perfect opportunity to sell your property and cash out. Then come see me. I will find you a discounted property. I can find properties anywhere from 50 cents on the dollar down to 10 cents on the dollar. I am a master at finding these properties. I don't know what it is, but it seems like I just attract all these great deals. And there's been so many deals, 35 fix and flips in the state of Connecticut, and at least 4 of those over $100,000 in profit. So now my students are learning how to do this. If you want to learn about real estate, reach out to me. And that is not a lie. That is the God's honest truth. I have all the documents to back it up. I have the before pictures, I have the after pictures, we have the checks that were cashed. So I know when these students start learning this game of real estate, and we go right across this country building senior veteran homes, we're going to bless the underserved. Serving the underserved, the world's greatest givers, our veterans. And that excites me. I love meeting people. I love blessing people. I love to be blessed. Before, my biggest problem was I wasn't receiving. Today's conversation is, are you lying to yourself? What's up, Joe? Good to see you, brother. Always showing up, man. Appreciate you guys. Are you lying to yourself? And what happens is that, like the song says, you lie so much you believe yourself, and that is exactly what happens eventually. And like I've been saying for a long time now, 30 days to create a new habit, 90 days to make a sustainable habit, and that's why this Rise app is so powerful. We're gonna have 3 goals set in those 4 pillars of life, and you are gonna hold yourself accountable. The people in the group are gonna hold yourself accountable, and all of a sudden, if you don't do what you say you're gonna do, what's gonna happen? Tomorrow you're gonna show up a little bit harder. So if you guys wanna get into that Rise app for $1 a day, do it for 93 days. If you don't have $100 to improve your life, I've been saying a long time ago, your #1 investment should be you. Not your house, not your car, not your kids, not your husband, not your wife, you. And that's not being selfish, because the reality is, if you ain't on top of your game, all the rest of those people and all the rest of those things are gonna suffer. And that's the truth, Jimmy Best. That's not a white lie, that's not a black lie, that's not a silver lie. Enough with all the hate. There's only one race, there's only the human race out there. There's no male, there's no female, there's no race. It's called soul. And when you operate from soul, it's a whole different entity, because we've been human doings for a long time. The object of the game of life is to become a human being, and eventually, Violet, become a spiritual being guided by the light. Every one of you have it in you. When God chose you at birth, 97 million were swimming that day. You fertilized the egg. You were chosen at birth. You won the lottery. And many of us are squandering the opportunities that we have here on this earth. And those little white lies that we started out, Jimmy, way back when we were younger, and all of a sudden they became bigger lies. And then all of a sudden, many of people out there in the world lied so much, they believed themselves. Good to see you, Carmen. How you doing, sweetheart? You see all you guys logging in here. What's today? Thursday, about 5 o'clock, 97 degrees it says right here on my thing. So I was just out there in the sun for 4 hours getting a good workout in. Guys, like, you want to come inside to the air condition, you want to take a break. It says, listen, if I take a break, I know who's going to suffer. And I refuse to have people suffer. If I have the healthy mind, body, heart, and soul, and my fellow veterans went out there and sacrificed their lives, and they perished over getting blown up by roadside bombs, it's the least I can do is get out there in the heat. Those guys are over there in 120, 125 degree heat. We have nothing to complain about. I definitely have nothing to complain about. White lies, those little things that start out as a kid, blaming other people, blaming your brothers, blaming your sisters, become a little bit bigger, a little bit more, just like an addict. It starts out, let me just take 1 hit, then it becomes 2, then it becomes 4, let me just have 1 beer, then it becomes 5, then it becomes 6. I was drinking like a 12-pack of beer at one point. I was all bloated. You can go back and look at my Facebook from 5 years ago. Jimmy knows about this. Bowling and all this other crazy stuff we were doing. Drinking beers all day long, then eating pizza, then go home and wake up all hungover, feeling like crap. Playing video games for like 10 years of my life, just wasting away. But then as I look back on that, that was part of the gift. That was part of the learning lesson, was the experience. And what I've learned is to understand what that experience was for. And then I become the experiencer, the witnesser of life, the observer of what's going on. You are not your thoughts, you are not your feelings, you are not your emotions, you are the awareness of those 3 things. And once we understand that, get away from being a human doer and become a human being, and stop lying to ourselves and tell us where we really are. Write down right now on a piece of paper the 4 areas of life. Where are you in your recreation? How is your diet? Are you exercising? On a scale of 1 to 10, where are you? In your intimacy, who are you showing love? Who are you telling to love every single day? On a scale of 1 to 10, where are you? Your spirituality, read, meditate, pray, and journal. Where are you? Where's your connection? Are you connecting into the source? On a scale of 1 to 10, write that down. Be honest with yourself. We've been lying to ourselves way too long. In execution, in your business. What are you doing in your business to get better? Are you learning 1 thing a day about your business? Are you teaching somebody about your business? What are you doing to move forward to get paid? And a lot of you that got laid off, what are we doing to improve our skill set and our mindset, so when we go back out there into the world, you can find another job, a better job, a higher paying job, one that you actually enjoy. And then your lesson of the day, the as one, rise as one. The as one is, what did you learn today by filling out those 4 areas of life in the Rise app? And be honest. As many of us, including myself, been lying to ourselves for a long time. So today's message, are you lying to yourself? Self-lies that became really tiny, small ones. And then the reality is 1,000 is not enough, and 1 is too many. We became addicted to all these different things: alcohol, drugs, sex, gambling, debting. How many of you guys have your credit cards maxed out, excessive debting? This is all part of it. It's all part of that mindset. So if you continue to lie to yourself, the small lies will become bigger lies. What's up, Nick and Planet? It's good to see you, brother. And before you know it, your lies become your truth. Now you're living in fear, doubt, anxiety, guilt, and shame. And we talked about this several weeks ago. Those low vibrations will attract sickness, will attract bad karma, will attract negative people around you, will attract people taking from you. And that is the truth. Many of us don't want to face our truth. We pretend. Everybody asks you, how you doing? You say, good. But deep down inside, they ask you that question several times. How are you doing? No, really, how are you doing? And I'll ask you right here, how are you doing? And good is not a good place to be, I can tell you right now. You deserve more than that. Your soul deserves more than that. Your family deserves more than that. Your kids deserve more than that. Many of us have been playing small for a long time. It's time to stop lying to ourselves and get better than we were yesterday. There's no comparison game in the game of life. Many of us went through life comparing ourselves to other people, and we created this small self that took over charge of our lives. And I'll be honest, I'll be the first one to raise my hand. That was me. Playing small, fitting in. Give me another beer, let me just hang out. Many of us have been having that voice inside of our head telling us you were better than this. You were born for greatness. Some of you were born to really lead a massive movement. I know a lot of you have been talking about this for a long time. I know I've been talking about the senior veteran homes for a long time. So now it's coming into action, coming into fruition. We just put several properties in the market. We got several more. You guys are looking for a property in Connecticut, reach out to me. I have several great opportunities for you. Got one property, you can almost live there for 400 bucks. I am cashing out, taking that money down here right in the front yard. And we're gonna be building 2 senior veteran homes around 4,500 square feet each on 2.5 acres each. So it's gonna be 5 acres with 2 buildings at 4,500 square feet each. We're gonna have about 8 to 10 veterans living here. Kathy and I will take care of them. You're gonna be seeing Facebook Lives with these people, how their lives have changed. And the one thing they don't even understand yet is we're gonna bless them with mindset and skill set and all these things that we talk about here so they can let go. Many of us have been hanging on to a lot of shit our whole life. It's time to let that stuff go. And you can see the spiritual awakening is here. We're being forced to rise together. I saw a lot of peaceful protests like yesterday. Thank you guys for the peaceful protests. Know that the ones that are out there rioting and stuff, those aren't the human beings of the United States of America. There's a whole storyline behind that, Dave. Good to see you, brother. When you're awoke and you understand what really is going on and what's the narrative, you understand why they do what they do. All we have to do is love on people, be kind, be caring, and go out there and get better than you were yesterday. That's all we have to do. Don't pay attention to what they're doing. Turn off the TV set. Go out there and get better than you were yesterday. Become a better player. Become a better human being. Become a better person. That's our job in the game of life. As you posted the other day, you have an obligation to the Creator, the universe, whatever you believe in, to get better and give it all you got every single day. Be makes $100,000 a year. He's better than me, but you have a skill, you have a gift that guy doesn't have. Just because he's getting more money paid doesn't mean you're less than. You're equal as. What's up, Matthew? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you, Sri. How you doing, sweetheart? We're driving back from Yorktown, got about an hour ride here. 97 degrees it was here today. Just did a nice 4 hours out in the sun, non-stop. ripping out some plants, meeting another guy from NASA, another scientist. A lot of top-notch people down here. You saw the F-16 fighter jets were flying over. I love that stuff, man. That's the red, white, and blue. God bless the USA. For all you that fought for this country, know when you sign your line on a dotted line, I will defend this country against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That does not end with our service. It ends when they put us in the ground. So I will continue to show up. You will continue to show up. We will continue to rise as one. We will continue to receive these messages. We will continue to receive the blessings, because that's who you are. That's who we are. And when it's all said and done together, we will rise as one. Keep showing up. They have not seen nothing yet.